Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we are doing classifying angles, and the learning objective is to identify angles and bearings or angle bearings. All right. Today's date is the 12th of April 2022. This will be one of the lessons that will be quizzed on the 20th, so you better get to know this lesson well and focus and listen very carefully. Okay, so we're going to start with the keywords. The first word we're going to learn is angle. What is an angle? Okay, I think it's really important that you should know what is angle. So angle is two rays meeting at a point, at the end point. So if we have two rays meeting at the end point, we call them, they make an angle. So if we have one ray coming from here, another ray coming from here, the point that they both end here will form an angle. Okay? So that will be an angle. Right. So an angle will be formed there. That's the first one. Second thing I need you to know is vertex. What is a vertex? So vertex is basically vertex will be the common endpoint where the two lines meet. Like for example, if we have same here, rather this one is the angle, so the point that they end both of them. So this is the end point, and this is the end point for this. So here is the what? The vertex. So basically, if I ask you, if I give you a triangle here, like for example, how many vertices does this triangle have? 3. So here is the vertex, here is the vertex, here is the vertex. Another example, if I have a rectangle like this, how many vertices does this have? 4. So the vertex is at the end point. Here, here, here. Do you boys understand what vertex are? Yes. So we get vertex, right? Okay. So the next one we want to know is right angle. Okay? What is a right angle? So right angle is an angle which is not exactly 90 degrees. Like for example, if we have an angle here, so how do we measure a right angle? How do we check or how do we identify a right angle? It will be a little box like this, right in the middle of it. So here we have identified this as a right angle. So what is a right angle? It's an angle which is exactly 90 degrees. So just write down that. So right angle is an angle is 90 degree angle. Okay? Is a 90 degree exactly. So that's a 90 degree angle. Yes.
It's 90 degrees and then exactly? Or
yes, it's exactly 90 degrees. Right. So the next word we need to know, the next keyword is we need to know is acute angle. What is acute angle? So acute angle. Okay, the word acute should remind you of sling. It's basically a sling angle. So we will draw it like this. So this will be like, it will look like this. So this is an acute angle. So what is an acute angle? So acute angle is angles which are bigger than 0 but less than 90 degrees. Okay, so they are between 0 and 90. So those angles are called acute. They are not 90, they are less than 90, but they are more than 0. So we say acute angles are less than 90 degrees. Does that make sense? So this 90 degrees, less than 90 degrees. Like for example, this one will be roughly, if we estimate it will be about 40 degrees. Okay? So we can call this acute angle. Does that make sense? Next one we want to learn is obtuse angle. So what is obtuse angle? So obtuse angle, obtuse as you can see is rather large or bigger. So obtuse is, we will have angle like this. So obviously obtuse angle will be bigger than 90 degrees. So obviously it's bigger than this one because it extends to here is more than 90 degrees, but it's less than 180. Okay, so we could say obtuse angle. Okay, here let's just write up here so we can have all this here. So obtuse angle is more than okay, so obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees. Sorry about that interruption. More than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. Does that make sense, boys?
Yeah.
Is less than 190 degrees. Okay? So, okay, so next one we have is straight angle. Okay? So we have a straight angle. Straight. So what is a straight angle? So a straight angle will have similar to, it will be on a straight line, so it will be 180. So if we have a straight line like this, and we measure the angle on a straight line, so this will be 90 degrees. Okay, so straight line angle measure exactly 180 degrees. So let's write down that. The straight angle measure is exactly 180 degrees. Because if you look at this line, and we measure from here to there, it's on a straight line, so you become 180 degrees. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. So now we need to explain what is complementary angle. So complementary angle. So if we come on to this side, so complementary angle will be what are complementary angles? Anybody knows? Okay, so complementary angles are two angles. When you add them, they give you 90 degrees. Like for example, so if I add two angles,
Like this?
yes, if I have two angles like this, one of them is here and the other one is here. If we add them, if we add this to this, they will give us 90 degrees. So for example, if we have 70 degrees here and we have 20 degrees here, when we add them, they will give us 90 degrees. So one other thing that I need to mention to you is how do we identify the angles? Like for example, if I call this A, at this point I call B, I call here C. Okay? So how do I identify these angles? So A, B, C. Let's call this one B here, sir. So the angle which is 20 will be BAD. So the middle will have to be the angle where it is. So the angle, if we write a little angle like that, we are saying an angle of BAD. So we are talking about this angle. BAD is equal to what? 20 degrees. Okay? So that angle is 20 degrees. And if we choose now DAC, so the angle BAC, this angle, we're talking about this one now here. So this angle is 70 degrees. Okay? So if we add these two, they will give us 90 degrees. So this is a 90 degree angle. And remember what we say, if two angles add up to 90 degrees, what do we call them? Complementary angle. Yes. So when two angles, this angle and this angle add up to 90, they are called complementary angles. Does that make sense? Now the next one is supplementary angles. So what are supplementary angles? So let's write down supplementary angle. So what are supplementary angles? Supplementary angles are the angles that add up to 180. Okay? So supplementary angles are the angles which are add up to 180. So let's just write down complementary angles add up to, remember that, add up to 90 degrees. Okay? So supplementary angles add up to 180. So what will supplementary angles look like? So let's just draw a little diagram. So we have a straight line angle here. So this angle, we will have another one here. Okay, so this angle plus this angle should give us 180. So those two angles will give us 180. So if we, let's just say roughly, if this is 10 degrees, this one will be how much? If they have to add 180. That will be 70 degrees. Focus on the lesson. So that will be what? 70 degrees. So these two angles, if we call them names, so here we have, let's call X, Y, Z, and then let's call here M. So the angle Y, X, Z, so the angle Y, X, okay, so angle Y, X, Z is equal to what? 70, right? Okay? And the angle Y, X, M, Y, X, M is 110 degrees. So if we add them up, they will give us how much? How much they will give us? 180. Right. So these two angles, what do we call them? We call them supplementary angles. Why? Because supplementary angles add up to what? 180 degrees. Does that make sense, boys?
Yes.
Good. Now, what I want you to do, we need to practice this so that we can understand better. I want you to open page 456. Can you just open page 456? And then we're going to practice those questions, starting from question 1 up to question question 18. So we're doing question 1 up to question 18. Right. So this is the classwork that we will be doing in the class, and I will be coming around checking how's everybody doing. But before we start the work, any question?
Yes.
Okay, what is the question? And speak up, please.
The page is 156.
That's your question?
Yes.
Is that over here?
Mr.
Right, yes. Huh? Yes, you can. Okay, so let's start the work and then I will come around and check. Those of you at home, I would like you to just go on this page 456. So you just wait. This is the work that I want you to practice. Exercise 8.2. Okay, it'd be useful if you have the protractor. Okay, if you have the protractor, that will help you really to read and measure the angles. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna go around and check everybody's work. So we're gonna stop recording now, and thank you very much. But before, please make sure that you subscribe. And can I just say one thing before I move on? This is the protractor. Okay, keep eye on it, please, because when you are using, every protractor have, or most protractors have, two sets of numbers. The set of numbers from the top and the set of numbers from the bottom. So when it depends on which angle you measure it. If you angle it from this side, then you have to use from the bottom. If the angle is from this side, then you have to use from this side. Okay? So make sure you understand how do we use this. I will come around and show you how to use it. Okay? So thank you very much. Before I go, make sure you subscribe and share and comment and like it as well. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.